Good morning, everyone. Well, we know winter is here, and this is only January, so it's not going anywhere anytime soon. First of all, I want to recognize Council Member Tana Fogel. We have a council member with us this morning, and I appreciate your being here. Thank you. Our meteorologists say that Lexington will receive more snow starting tonight, accompanied by bitter cold temperatures through the weekend. It's important that we take extra precautions now, and everyone can help in this. Stay off the roads when you can. Limit your time outside. If you have to go out, wear extra layers. Stay warm. It's important that we look out for one another. Be ready to lend a helping hand. Check on your neighbors, particularly if you have elderly neighbors or those who may need help. Protect your pets from these bitter cold temperatures. We want our community to know that we have plenty of salt and beet heat to treat the roads, and Rob Allen will talk about that in a minute. Beet heat is one of the most fascinating things I've ever heard of, and we love it. Our streets and roads crews are already on the roads, and our first responders, as always, are prepared and working. Our number one priority is to keep our residents safe and warm. Today, I've brought together representatives of our city departments to detail our winter weather response plans. So, I have Chief Lawrence Weathers here from police. I have Fire Chief Jason Wells here. Our Director of Streets and Roads, Rob Allen, is here. Commissioner of Housing Advocacy and Community Development, Charlie Lanter, is with us. Commissioner of Public Safety, Ken Armstrong, and Commissioner of Environmental Quality and Public Works, Nancy Albright, are both here with us today. Rob Larkin from Emergency Management is here. We have Jeff Herron from Homelessness who is here. So before we do get started with the various speakers, I did want to say something about waste management. Those folks who every week, week in and week out, pick up our trash, they pick up our recycle, and they are staying the course. While garbage pickup can be challenging in these cold temperatures, they continue to do their work. Hand and toe warmers have been issued to these employees, and we're encouraging frequent breaks so they can get warm. Our residents should keep in mind that some materials inside your Lenny's and Rosie's may freeze inside your waste cart, and that makes it difficult sometimes to get everything out of the cart, but they will continue to do their work, and if we have any changes in the schedule for garbage and recycle pickup, we'll keep you posted. Now, let's start with the forecast, and I want to bring Director Rob Larkin up. He is our new director of the Division of Emergency Management, and he will speak to some of the conditions and predictions. Rob? Welcome.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Good morning. Well, Lexington continues to be an area of active and changing weather. We expect snow starting early this evening and continuing into tomorrow morning. Accumulations are expected to be 1.5 inches to the 2-inch range. We do not believe at this time there will be significant sleet or freezing rain with this precipitation. Our biggest concern is the bitter cold for the remainder of the weekend, with temps in the low teens and sub-zero wind chills overnight. The good news is next week looks to be much warmer, and we'll probably have some rain in the forecast. Should things turn for the worst, the Emergency Operations Center is warmed up and ready to be staffed and will assist coordination with our public safety and government partners. We advise the remainder of this week to please exercise caution in travel and around your homes. Allow extra time to accomplish tasks and dress warmly for everything that you will do outside. Don't forget your pets, as Mayor Gordon previously mentioned, during this extreme cold. And then also be advised, there is no ice thick enough to support the weight of a child or animal in Fayette County at this time. As well, check on neighbors and those who are elderly or have possible mobility issues. Emergency management focuses on planning and preparation for all of our residents and families. This event is our opportunity to get ready not only for this event, but all future weather events. For more information, go to BeReadyLexington.com. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rob. Now, we're going to hear from Rob Allen, who is our Director of Streets and Roads, to give you an update. Welcome.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all. This morning, crews from the Division of Water Quality and Streets and Roads started pre-treating roads with a mixture of salt brine and beet heat. It's very effective in these subarctic temperatures and works down to at least minus 12. It did a good job for us in the previous event earlier this week, and we actually got a resupply of over 4,500 gallons yesterday morning. We continue to take salt deliveries. We have several thousand tons of salt, so we're very well equipped for this coming event. And tonight, the night shift will report and work in the overnight, and with a focus on Friday garbage collection areas. And we have also activated our contract snowplow partner, Red River Ranch, and they will assist us with some major roads like Man o' War, Polo Club, and Alumni.
Thank you, Rob. That beet heat is a sugar additive, right?
Beet heat is a sugar beet derivative. Yes, it's molasses versus sugar. It's sustainable. It breaks down without harming the environment. And one of the big reasons we've increased our usage is it does not refreeze and down into the negative. So if we get a little bit of wind, it really helps us. Or as Chief Larkin mentioned, if we get some rain, it'll wash off. It's not toxic to pets or people. Good. So it's been around for a while. We've increased our usage. We started really using it when Commissioner Albright came on. And so we're excited about what it can do. And, we've increased our capacity. Your administration has given us the tools to increase what we're doing with a new salt barn, our own brine maker that's going to come online. And we feel really good about the future. And, of course, good. We will always plan and build in capacity.
Okay, good. Thank you. We love beet heat. All right. Next, I want you to hear from our police chief, Lawrence Weathers. Chief Weathers will update us on any preparations, anything the police are seeing out there as they go about their job. Chief?
Good morning. The Lexington Police Department is taking steps to prepare and respond to the needs of our community during the next round of winter weather. This includes making sure our staff and equipment are ready. The traffic section is ensuring our specialty vehicles and equipment are ready for use, and we are prepared to bring in additional staffing or holdover shifts as needed. If you don't need to be out during the storm, stay home. Avoid any non-essential travel if conditions are dangerous. If you do have to be out, here are some tips to keep in mind. Check the weather forecast and view the live time traffic camera to check road conditions before you head out. Allow yourself extra time to get to your destination. Maintain safe distance from snowplows and any other vehicles. Slow down. No matter what type of vehicle you're in, it takes more time and distance to stop. So brake early and slowly. Remove snow and ice from your front and rear windshields before driving. And if you see someone out during this time who may need assistance, please contact the non-emergency number at 258 or 859-258-3600. The Lexington Police Department will be working with the Office of Homelessness Prevention and Intervention to get individuals in need of assistance. If you need to report traffic lights that are out, a traffic hazard, or weather-related incidents, please call the non-emergency number at 859-258-3600 or 311. Please do not call 911 for road conditions or road condition updates. You can check the Lexington Police and LFUCG social media sites for updates. If you or someone is experiencing a medical emergency, please call 911. Or if there is an immediate condition that is life-threatening or a condition that may appear to cause an immediate risk of injury, that's when you need to call 911. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Weathers. These bitter cold temperatures and snow make it more challenging for those experiencing homelessness. Commissioner of Housing Advocacy and Community Development, Charlie Lanter, is here to share precautions taken by the Office of Homelessness Prevention and Intervention. Commissioner Lanter? There you are.
Thank you, Mayor. As a lot of folks know, this year we partnered with the Hope Center and the YMCA to open a Hope Village on Loudon Avenue. This has been already a critical, life-saving project. It's operated since November, and every night provides a warm place for men and women with no other place to go. They provide meals, they keep you warm, and there are on-site services as well. Our regular shelters at the Hope Center and Salvation Army have been mostly full, but they do make accommodations as they're able. The nightly averages at our Hope Village, because we've already seen these cold temperatures start earlier in the week. Before all this weather came, it had been running at like 160, but this week we're seeing numbers in the 200s. So we're definitely taking care of more folks in this weather. And we are able to make adjustments at the facility to make sure we're able to meet those needs and then have some alternatives available if the crisis gets to the point where we have to use other facilities. For those who can't go to the Hope Village, such as families with children, we do have partnerships with Community Action Council and Bluegrass Care Navigators who work with families and also with people who have disabilities that might prevent them from utilizing those shelters. And then for anyone who needs information on any of these projects, how to get there, help getting there, any of that, can call 311. The chief mentioned after hours about calling for help if there's an emergency situation. If anyone is out in this weather, I cannot stress how dangerous that is. We have some phenomenal partners, outreach teams that are going out every night. And they are making contact with folks. They're providing necessary supplies, blankets, hand warmers, things that are critical, but the goal, whenever possible, is to get folks to come inside, because that's what's most important. And I can't thank enough the Catholic Action Center's Compassionate Caravan team, as well as our other street outreach partners and various nonprofits that are going out there and providing those services. We couldn't do it without them. And I would encourage everyone to reach out to organizations and see what they need. We've had conversations. They're in need of blankets, they're in need of hats, they're in need of hand warmers, all kinds of things. And so I encourage you to check first, make sure you're not bringing them something they already have a lot of, but everybody needs something, and we can all do a little something to help out our neighbors in this situation. So we'll be doing everything we can to make sure no one has to go out in these dangerous temperatures. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Now, I want to ask our Chief of Fire and Emergency Services, Jason Wells, to come to the podium and update you on any things that relate to fire or emergency services that they are seeing. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Good morning. So for the Lexington Fire Department, we're taking some precautions internally. We're winterizing our pumps and preparing our equipment for the bitter cold temperatures. We have plans to rotate crews on any extended incidents, and internally we do those things. But I also want to share and reiterate some really important points for the public. As has been said, don't go outside in this extremely cold weather unless you have to. And if you do have to, make sure that you're dressed appropriately, cover all exposed skin and dress in layers. Try your best to clear snow and ice from walkways to prevent slip and fall accidents. And again, look out for our neighbors and help them that may not be able to clear their own sidewalks. Also, if you have a fire hydrant near your house, it would be good to keep the accumulation of snow from blocking that. We appreciate it being visible and accessible. As Chief Weathers mentioned, if you have to drive, allow extra time and stopping distance. And it's also a good idea to have an emergency kit with you, including non-perishable food, blankets, water, that type of thing. Take your time, take a minute to refresh yourself on the location of your water cutoffs in your home. Obviously, the cold weather freezes the water in your pipes. A drip sometimes can help prevent that, but if the pipes do freeze, there's a good chance that they'll burst. So know where those water shutoffs are, because when the water thaws, you'll have that leak. And some safety tips. People oftentimes this time of year will use supplemental heating. Sometimes, unfortunately, people use stoves and things that were not intended to be heating devices as heating devices, and that can be very dangerous. So please only use appliances for their intended purposes, and make sure that you keep an area of non-combustibles around any heating device and space heater. And should you lose power and rely on an emergency generator, please make sure that is well away from the house. Every year we unfortunately will make incidents where carbon monoxide is an issue because of somebody running a generator. So not in the garage, not in any enclosed space. And again, make sure that your home has working smoke alarms and carbon monoxide alarms. And let's take care of each other, look out for your pets, and also, stay away from down power lines. That can be another issue this time of year. So, thank you all very much.
Thank you very much. I want to thank all of our speakers, and thank you, Chief, for your remarks. And at this time, any of our speakers can answer questions from the media. So, do any of our media members have any more specific questions or anything we didn't cover?
Mayor and Commissioner Lanter, we had possibly someone within the homeless community passed away potentially from weather. We don't know for sure. Clearly, we can't force people to come inside, but are we doing anything in addition to what we've been doing to try to get more people inside?
So the question is, are we trying to do more things to get people inside? Commissioner Lanter?
Yeah, I think, and I'm aware of the situation you're mentioning, and it's really unfortunate and really sad for what happened. Our outreach teams make contact with these individuals on a regular basis. They know, some of our folks are going out every night, even when it's not the weather like this, so they know where to look, they know where to go. And you're right, unfortunately, we can't require someone to come in, but we highly encourage it. And if they absolutely refuse, then we're giving them all the tools to try and stay alive in that weather. But, it's unfortunate every year we lose someone to this kind of scenario. And there's always other factors that play in, but we're doing all we can to get to them and then make sure they're familiar with the risk, make sure they're aware of the danger involved. And then if they just absolutely will not accept the help, then making sure we have every tool in their hands that we could possibly give them.
Thank you. Any other questions from the media?
Mayor, as far as the streets and everything go, I know Fayette County called for another NTI day tomorrow, and Rob, this may be a good question for you too. One of the reasons they said was 60% of the roads across the city are still unsafe for buses to get through. Temperatures also were a concern. But as far as the roads since the last storm, how are things looking?
Well, we want to point out that not all school bus routes get treated, and, that's where some of those figures come out. Plus, salt is really ineffective. It's the cold that's getting us and the schools more so than the roads. We haven't been above freezing for several days, and we're used to, within 48 or 72 hours, probably a 20-degree temperature swing. That's why the beat heat, and we're increasing the use of that. And certainly, we work closely with Fayette County Schools. We're in contact with their transportation department and their police department on a regular basis, and when they identify problem areas, we try to address them.
Thank you. Other questions, media members?
Mayor, kind of piggybacking on that, this is a question that's asked every season, and you see it on social media, just frustration about the side roads and the subdivisions. Can you explain to everyone as far as how the priority roads are handled and the order that things will be cleared?
The questions about priority roads and how we clear, and we do go off of that plan always. Our priority roads, and Rob can speak a lot to this, are the major roads, and they have to come first. The Tates Creek, the Nicholasville Road, the Versailles Road, et cetera, and then they work through their plan from there. Rob?
Correct. And also, for example, we had 3 pulses of snow in this last event, so we have to reset and get back. For example, we've got to get Nicholasville Road open with 2 major hospitals right there and major employers. Sometimes if the snow event starts during rush hour, we will start on what's called rank 4, which is a neighborhood collector. And those are roads that collect the side roads through Lexington. The plan is not designed to get to every road. That would just take an incredible amount of time and resources. If you look on an average 12-hour shift, a snowplow driver can get 30 miles worth of road cleared. And when you look at the number of miles, and we add about 20 miles of roadway to our system each year, it's a constant reevaluation of priorities, and we certainly do respond to calls for service. We just can't get everyone, and it's not intended to get everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Other questions, media?
Mayor, you're talking about, and Chief Wells, you were as well as talking about the importance of clearing those sidewalks. And if I'm not mistaken, that's actually a requirement, right? If you have a sidewalk in front, you have to be cleared.
Yes, if a residence has a sidewalk in front of it, that person who's in that home is required by ordinance to clear their sidewalk. And I forget, is it within 24 hours? What's the
24 hours after the snowfall stops.
Yeah. So, yes, that is in place. I know that many elderly people can't get out and clear their road. There are a lot of teenagers who go around asking if you want your road or your sidewalk cleared. So, yes, that is the case.
In the past, when events have gone on this long, the Sheriff's Department and the Police Department have kind of helped those who can't get medications. Is that something you're working on at this point?
Yes, I think that program still occurs. I'm not sure who knows about that. Do you know, Rob?
That's usually when roads are considered impassable. They've given medical individuals rides to and from the hospital and helped with medication, but that's Sheriff Witt's program.
What else is on your mind? Any other questions from the media? All right, I'll thank you for being here. I thank our speakers, and everybody stay safe and warm. Thank you.